Hey y'all, I'm back. Don't know what happened. We're going to figure that out after the live stream. If I go down again, I'll be back later. I think I fixed it. Um, so I'm just going to wait around for people to show back up. I'm super duper sorry that that happened. We were trying to integrate a software program for. We were trying to integrate a software program for my live streams, and it wasn't making any sense, so we decided not to use it. And I think it was still integrated. Hey, thanks for coming back. I think my software that I was trying to integrate, and I didn't really know how to use it, and I didn't think it was connected, and that's what took it down. I'm so sorry. So I will go back to talk about the health thing and everything that I talked about originally later. Okay, so somebody had a question. Hey, Gail. Hey, Anana. You wanted to know when you'll get married, correct? I'm going to do your tower right away. Yeah, I'm so sorry. So, but here's a good lesson on how to keep your positivity and not get overly stressed, because when things like this happen, if you get overly stressed, your vibration goes out negatively, and I never would have been able to fix this. So, like my husband and I just stayed cool. We're trying to figure out how to fix it, and that's exactly what you do when you face some kind of challenge. Okay, so let's see if you're going to get married. All right, here we go. Questions if you're going to get married or when you're going to get married. Because in my head, I'm hearing that there's no question you're going to get married. Let me see what it says. Usually what the guides will give me when somebody asks me a question about marriage and things, they give me what the blockage is from stopping you from getting married. So what I want to do is I'm going to ask them to tell me when I'm getting married. Like, will I get married this year? Okay. All right, let me see what they can say. I'm going to do the when, and then I'll figure out the blockage. Okay. January, March, April, June, July, August, September. Okay, 2 months are popping out here. So you have February, which is blissfully happy. I don't think that's marriage, though. You're not currently seeing somebody, correct? You're not currently seeing somebody, because what they're telling me is, and if you are, it's not that one. You're going to meet somebody in February that's going to be extremely happy. And then in November, I see the sun. The sun came out. So in November, it looks like November is a good month for marriage in what you're asking. February started, and then November. Let me see if there's any kind of blockage issue. And then if anybody else wants a tarot reading, go ahead and ask me, and I will get it in there. All right, blockages. You're excessive on one side. What does that mean? You're focusing a lot on this. You're focusing a lot on, ooh, and I know a lot of marriage questions. You're focusing a lot on it, and you're not focusing on the rest of you. Like, they're showing me you. You need to focus on you. You have a lot of heavy burdens to carry. Okay, some big change is going to be happening in the next 3 weeks. They're saying 3 weeks. You're going to have big change happening in 3 weeks. And it's Tower card. And when I see this card and I explain to people what this is, they get scared. It's not scary. So think about Rapunzel's castle. It's a card that looks like Rapunzel's castle burning down. And that means that she's free out of the top of the castle. But what this is telling me is that something's going to change in the next 2-3 weeks for you, and you're not going to like it, and you're going to hold on to it. You need to let it go because it's better for you. And then that's probably what's going to be coming in February, because when you let go of whatever this is, I get the idea you have your eye on somebody, or you want to marry somebody specifically right now, and that does not look positive to me. So if you would move on, February, you're going to get a really good, boost for this to happen. And it looks like November is going to be your month for what you're asking about getting married. I hope that answered your question. Okay. I'm going to quickly go back over what I talked about in the beginning. So let me go quickly and just say, Hello, Lightworkers again. Thank you for sticking around. Every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to have a live. I'm always going to have a topic to talk about, but I will be taking live requests for tarot and numerology. If you want me to do your numerology, only put your day and your day and your month in the chat box. I don't need to know your year to tell you what your next year is going to look like. On these chats, we're going to have basic topics to discuss. I'll have something to discuss, but in between, I'll be talking to you guys. So today's topic, I'm going to be talking about health and how our vibration affects our health. I'm also going to be starting my gratefulness initiative, which I do myself every year. And I thought, well, maybe I need to show them how to do it because it keeps my vibration pretty high. And that's how you start to manifest things. Okay. So when am I getting married? Can you tell me? Okay. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start writing these down because I'm going to go back and forth, okay? And 12, 29, 11. Okay, so let me talk about health real quick. I'm going to go back over this, okay? So when we all have health issues, we all get sick, and there's no denying that we have health issues, okay? What you need to do, though, when you have a health issue, and I'll use myself as an example, is that not to sink into it. Don't sink into the pain or the feeling bad for yourself. Don't sink into any of that, because when you sink into it, your vibration's going out and telling the universe, oh, she's sick and she's so miserable, she wants more of that. And that's not what we want. So I have a spinal disease that is degenerative. My spine's going to disintegrate. I'm not going to be able to walk eventually. But I don't think about that a whole lot because right now I can walk. I have a pretty active life. It was painful for a while. But when I learned to get up out of that pain, my life got so much better. And my friend Holly gave me this book, okay? And it's Louise Hay's Heal Your Body. And this one knocked my socks off because it's affirmations about anything that you have. I mean, anything from asthma to hiccups to anxiety to heart attacks, anything. Anything you have, this book has in it. And it gives you an affirmation to say to help alleviate that that problem, because our spiritual self is directly connected to our healthy self. And if our spiritual self is in the negative vibration, our body is going to look and feel heavy and negative and sick. And what I was talking about before my first live went down is this book was amazing because if you've seen my other videos, I talk a lot about what I went through as a child with like my father and my mother. And something has specific, I mean, it even goes down to this specific lumbar vertebrae. So I was like, what does that mean? I'm going to go down and check out the vertebrae that they had. 5L was my bad one, and I had 3 and 4, and it's all talking about abuse and self-hatred and feeling powerless about the father. And the affirmation is, I love who I am, I'm grounded in my own power, and I'm secure on all levels. And what I did is I took this book, every single thing that I was feeling, anxiety-wise, body-wise, health-wise, and I wrote down all the affirmations and then recorded them on my phone 3 times each, right in a row. And it became like a 20-minute tape. And I listened to that tape when I was in the pit of the dark night, where like I really didn't even know why I was here. I didn't know who I was. I had gotten rid of all that anger and apathy, and I didn't know how to fill it in. So I used these affirmations to fill it in. And sitting here now, I can tell you, I have 97% less health problems now after doing this and after going through my spiritual awakening. So I highly recommend this book if you want to use affirmations and start working on your vibration to get better in 2021, because you can do it. It's not all physical. Some of it's spiritual. All right. So let's get to, all right, you're getting married. When am I getting married this year? Holly, yeah. Thank you, Holly, for the book. I appreciate it a whole lot. My favorite affirmation, Holly, is the one that says, I flow with life, and life gives me all that I need to live. It provides all that I need. That kind of makes me feel good, that it makes me trust that it's coming, you know. Yeah, I tell everybody to record it because you don't want to have to keep saying it every day. You want to like, I don't know. I had such a long tape that I figured I might as well just record it. All right. So when will you be getting married? March looks like a date for you that something big's going to happen, that there's something going to be ending, and you're not going to like it, but you have to. This is like, it's going to be holding you back. And this is the death card, and it doesn't mean you're going to die. It just means it's holding you back. Something in March, and something's going to end for you. Oh, this is a really transformative year for you. Okay, so if we're talking about celebration, June looks like a good month for celebration with friends. It could signify marriage, but generally, this card, Three of Cups, represents three people in celebration, and it's upright, which means it's happy. Okay. But what I'm seeing here is you got two different cards that mean that you're going to have a big ending to something in your life this year. And it's coming out in a reading about marriage. So I want you to consider what that could be. And is there something you're not really, they're telling me to tell you that, is there something you're trying not to see? This is literally what they're doing. You're trying not to see this. And you need to see it before you move forward to make a choice if you're going to get married this year. All right. What's next? Oh, right. A trainee. Okay. She's going to be a trainee at entertainment. Let's see. Okay. It looks good. It really does. I talked to you yesterday over on YouTube comments. I remember this. And your energy was feeling very, very good. Like it was pulsing towards me. That's why I was like, we need to do a reading. Yeah, it looks good that you're going to get what you want. There are two other cards there that I need to talk to you about. Okay. Conflict and change. There's a conflict and change, which is the middle card. It means the central message. What I would like you to realize is it's not going to be all that you think it is. I have a feeling you're romanticizing this job opportunity a lot, and you're going to get into this job opportunity and then go, this is not what I thought it was. So just flow with it. If something comes to you and hold on, they're talking to me. Yeah. I don't know if you watch Friends. They keep giving me the image of Rachel when she's like applying to this fashion place, and she thought she was going to be like a huge fashion designer, and she ended up like being an assistant to somebody, but she had to do that job in order to work her way up. So yeah, the trainee. Okay, I'm getting it. So the trainee one, that makes sense. So I see you getting it, but it's not going to be all that you think it is, but you need to stick with it to learn your lessons. Okay, lessons to get a better job eventually. All right. Because I do think this job's going to be good for you. And the last card is talking about how you need to let go of unhealthy habits, unhealthy, they're telling me self-sabotage. Like you question yourself a lot. You question yourself. You need to let that go because you're very confident. You're very confident. And well, the world sees you as very confident. And if you don't see you as very confident, those two things are going to collide eventually, and it's going to blow up on you. So just know that you're confident, know that you're doing what you should be doing. Okay? All right. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome, everybody. Just keep putting your requests for tarot readings in the chat box and give me the month and the day you were born. Oh, let me do that one I'll do that one next, the 11/29, November 29th. And I can tell you what your next year is going to be. All right, let me quick tell you about my Gratefulness Initiative. So I came up with this for a couple of years ago where, actually I saw it on Pinterest, but where our family would put something that we're thankful for in a jar for all 365 days. And then on New Year's Eve, we would open them up and have all these good memories. Well, I started doing it myself. And what I did was I just kind of write down what I'm thankful for that week or maybe that day without even focusing on anything negative that had happened. And that is exactly how you start the law of attraction working for you. Okay, it's such a little thing, but you need to step every day and go, how am I going to make the law of attraction work for me? It's just not going to work if I just say go. It doesn't work that way. So what I started to do, and I'm going to give you a situation. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to be posting on Instagram every day what I'm grateful for. And then on Sundays, I'm going to come back here and talk to you guys about it, what my challenges I met and how I'm grateful for them. And I'm going to give you a really good example from not yesterday, the day before. where my family and I, we went to the beach. It was a gorgeous day at the beach, gorgeous day, perfect day at the beach. But my kids were all like playing off at the with their friends, and I kind of felt a little lonely. Like I felt like I don't have anybody to play with. Nobody play with me. So I felt very lonely. And I thought in my head, actually, I heard Holly's voice in my head. And then I thought, how am I going to turn this around? Because it's a gorgeous day and I need to look at what are the positives here. And what I ended up doing was just sitting in the sand watching these kite surfers. I mean, have you ever seen a kite surfer? How cool. I mean, they can like lift themselves up like in the air. I'm fascinated. So I sat and watched that for a while. And all I did is I sat and I thought, and here's exactly what I thought. Thank you, universe, for my kids having friends. Thank you, universe, for this beautiful day. Thank you, universe, for the opportunity to be here. And then after my husband walked over to be with me, and then like, cause he's a bad hip, so he can't really be on the sand. He walked away. I just said, thank you, universe, for giving me my husband. So today, let's take this whole graphic system thing. It was not working before we started. So I just said, let's just do it later. And this is how this works is if I would have pushed and pushed, tried to get that to work beforehand, it wouldn't have happened because something clearly is off. So I just said, I'm going to deal with it later and then move on. And then I said, thank you, universe, for giving me a husband who tries to help me at every turn, because he really does. So that's how you start with the law of attraction. You write these things down. There's gratitude apps. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm old school. I like paper and pencil. So I just write them down. I'm going to be doing it on Instagram, and I'm going to be coming back here and telling you my challenges for the week and how I found it being grateful. Because there's very easily on that beach, I could have turned around and just gotten very annoyed that I felt so alone. And I just decided I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the ocean. And that is going to get me into how we talk about the law of attraction, how you get to the law of attraction working for you. All right, let me do a few of these. Okay, so 1129. Okay, your year is a 4, but that's November. So you started as a 4. Your birthday is on 1129. So November 2020, all the way around to 2021. This next year is going to be a very hardworking year for you. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're building, and honestly, I'm not really feeling like a huge career here. What I'm feeling is that it has more to do with home base. Like you building a home, meaning like you're putting a home together kind of a thing. It's going to be a year for you to work, but you should not be working yourself to exhaustion. A 4 year is hard work, but and just flow with it. Don't push yourself too hard. And if you get tired, you need to rest, because if you power through it, that's going to make your year go topsy-turvy. Okay, next year, on 2021's birthday, you're going to turn into a 5 year. And that means there's going to be lots of changes and energy shifts. So if you keep it positive this year, your next birthday, you're going to have some really great changes coming into your life. Okay, 12. That's new beginnings for you. Okay, so your birthday is on 12/12. So you have new beginnings coming, starting this year, new beginnings. Something has just ended within the last 2 months. Something has ended for you. And this is your chance to choose what your next future is, what you're going to do next. That's what a 1 is. The 1 year is just, I look at it like it's just opening new doors. Like you have a chance to change things that you don't want in your life because it's a new beginning. So next year is a 2, and you're going to find balance. Okay, so this year's your year of trying to figure everything out. Next year, find balance in it. Okay. August 21st. Okay, you're 6. So you just started your 6th year. You are, hold on, let me look again. I feel like you're like in this sticky situation. That's what you're in, a sticky situation. And you're going to be learning from family this year, but there's like the stickiness, like you don't have to tell me what it is, but just tell me, is there a sticky situation? You were born on December 12th. Is there this sticky situation that you are in right now? And that what is you're going to be focused on. It's has something to do with your family, and what they're telling me to do is you're on the right path, and the stickiness is coming from what everybody else thinks you should do. I see that. Okay, so yeah, this year is you're going to learn a lot of things through your family, and it could be good, it could be bad, but it's going to be have you carry it through for the rest of your life. So this year is going to be a good year for you to learn long time life lessons. Okay. Gratitude, yeah. Okay, so let me get back to the next two birth dates in a minute. 21st of August. Nope, that's only one. I'll go back to 21st of August in just a second. Okay. So the law of attraction, I just started talking about how you keep a gratitude journal, okay? Or Holly suggested apps if you want to use an app. I'm definitely like a old school kind of girl. Like I like my legal pads and pens. My husband is funny because he owns an IT company and he looks at me like I have three heads. Like, you're going to write this down? Um, so you just write down what you're grateful for every day. Then you need to think about how you're feeling. How are you feeling that day? And when you start to tune into yourself, you're going to really know when you can manifest and when you can't. Like this morning, when I know I was having trouble with this software, I was just feeling kind of out of sorts the last few days. And I knew I wasn't going to try to push it because it was not going to happen. I was not in that light state. When you are in this light state, you literally feel light. You look at everything positively. And that is when you can start using the law of attraction for you. And that's what you feel like. So when you start to be grateful for things that are in challenging situations, and you write and you consciously think it and you write it down, and then you do that every day, your body will literally start feeling lighter because you're letting all that negativity go. So when you start to feel lighter like that, that's when you will be able to start to manifest things. Now, I'm going to tell you how to manifest small things, okay? Because the big things everybody wants, they come much later, okay? So when you begin to feel lighter, you're going to start to talk to your guides something to the effect of, whatever the weather is in your community, please guides, please let it snow today, even if it's not expected to be snow, or please guides, let this thing be canceled. Please have this thing be canceled, and see if it happens. That's all you do. You just put it out there. Or you start even smaller, like I did, when you lose everything and you go, okay, guides, where did I put my keys? And the first thought that comes in your head, no matter how ridiculous it is, you go, you know how many times I found my keys in the trash? I mean, seriously, first thing that comes in your head, oh yeah, the refrigerator, because my son put them in there once. Yeah. So like you ask them, where is this item you're looking for? The first thing that comes in your head, you go there. And if it's not there, you just keep saying, okay, now tell me the next thing. Tell me the next thing. Because if you can't find your keys, there's, they're there to help you. There's actually like guides and angels, like literally to help you find things. There's so many out there. Hey, Jerry. Oh, yeah. See, you and I, like, we're, compatible, pen and paper. So what I want you to do when you start looking to manifest things, you start small. When you feel light, when you feel happier, you start small. And then just kind of write it down what happens, because that's how you start to make the law of attraction work for you. Okay, so let me get to August 21st. Okay, you're another 6. Again, you are learning through your family. However, I see you walking. You're walking. You're walking on your path. Like you're moving ahead in something. Definitely a lighter feeling. It's not sticky anymore. It's definitely like a lighter feeling where you're walking ahead. I see. Everybody remember Pinocchio? That movie. That's how I see her walking. Like she's just very happy. There's this next year is going to be no, she's in this year actually. Started in August to the next August. It's a very happy, family oriented year. But there's going to be challenges, and as long as you stay positive, like Pinocchio, yeah, you're going to be great. Okay. Does anybody else have a tarot reading, or you want to put your day and the month you're born? I'll tell you what's going on this year. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that like button, please, so YouTube can see that you like me coming live and doing readings. Next thing, I'm not the last, trust me, not the last. Next thing I'm going to talk to you about is I have a free reading for a tarot contest going. So you can win once a month tarot readings for a whole year for me for free. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel right now and then subscribed, and then I will add your name to my list of the people who've already entered. You can do the same thing on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow me on all three places and you get the entries into my contest. But just make sure you write subscribed, because sometimes I can't see my followers because it's the privacy rules. All right. So if you want to get a tarot reading from me every month, make sure you enter that contest. All right. All right. Somebody's coming in. Hold on. I got to figure out. Jerry, I'll do yours in 1 second. Okay. Somebody's coming in. It's a man. It's definitely a man. Somebody's father. He died very young. I'm looking at like 42. He keeps saying 42. If you recognize this, type it in the box. And I can't really read people unless I know, like I can see their name and then I can connect. So definitely somebody's father. He died. He keeps telling me he died very young. It was an accident. 42. He keeps saying 42. All right, Jerry. Oh, you're a Christmas baby. Okay. Okay, Jerry, you're having a 4-year. Lots of fours are following me lately. It's a hard-working year for you. So whatever you got going on, you're very much working hard at it. But okay, my guides are telling me you need to tell her to slow down. You need to tell her to slow down because you're going too fast. You're going to like burn out if you keep going so fast. Like I tell everybody when they're 4, you just rest when you need it. But if they're telling me extra, like you are just doing something so fast that you're going to end up burnt out, and you just started this year. So it's from this year to the next December, next birthday, December, you're going to be in a 4, and you have to keep that energy positive. All right. You have to keep that energy positive. They're also telling me to make sure I tell you, do not feel guilty for slowing down or stopping. Okay. Because you need a break once in a while, right? We all need a break. Okay. Just like I need to take a drink of water real quick. Anybody else have any questions? Oh yeah, I wanted to mention my subscribers have doubled in the past month. Thank you so much if you're a new subscriber. I really appreciate it. I started this channel so I could help other people kind of get out of the rut that I was in, and I'm showing them how I can do it, how you can do it with what I do. And I'm amazed with how long. I only started this channel in October. I'm amazed with how large it has grown. My Instagram followers and my Patreon followers, just thank you so much. I really never really thought it was going to be this big this quick, but thank you so much. All right. You're welcome, Jerry. All right. Nobody has a dad. 42. Maybe he was born in 42. I don't know. I just keep saying the word 42. If you later come up with like, you run into, this is sometimes what happens is like somebody will come through who is connected to somebody on this chat. So if you have a friend who happens to mention their father later, and they use the number 42. Like 42 is important, and I'm taking it as an age, but it might have been his date of birth. This message is for them. So you'd want to connect them to me because I don't exactly know, and I don't feel ethically responsible giving a message to somebody else, that sort of thing. So just keep an eye out for it. If you hear anybody who it's their father who had died and the number 42. And I'm also seeing like a white suit, a white. He's wearing like kind of like a white casual suit, if you know what I mean. All right. All right. Well, if there aren't any other questions, I'm going to tell you we have this every Saturday at 10 a.m., every Sunday at 10 a.m., every single week this year. I don't care where I am. I'm going to be going live, so you're going to see where I am. And I'm always going to have a topic to discuss. So if there's something you want to discuss, I want to talk about Nostradamus real quick. Sorry, we're not ending yet. But if there's a topic that you want to discuss, make sure you put it in the comment section of any of my videos, or you can message me on Instagram, and I'll make sure that I look into it and see what the best way is to talk about it. Okay. Literally, they're talk about Nostradamus. Okay. So I'm making a video this week to explain all of this. Okay. But in short, Nostradamus's predictions have not been correct since September 11th, 2001. And the reason why is that day should have put us into a world war. I don't know if you want to call it World War III, but it should have put us in a major conflict with countries, and it didn't. And oh, thanks, Jerry. Okay, I'll get back to you in a second. 42 there. Hold on. So what happened? This is a great example for what's happening in this year, 2020, 2021. So in 2001, we should have gone into this like probable timeline of conflict, of war, and we didn't. So all of Nostradamus's predictions are all now wrong because he was seeing into the probable future. He was seeing that probable future I keep talking about. And the reason we changed into it was actually a much more positive timeline is because what the people in the States know what happened. I'm not exactly sure what happened over in Europe and India, but I think they did the same thing where everybody just came together in love and support. And how could this happen? And, humanity came together and, our collective was raised. So in having all of that positivity piled on top of one another made the universe go, okay, well, they don't need to learn that lesson. They don't need to learn that lesson anymore to go into like a major conflict. So we took a left and went into a different timeline. Now let's look at 2020 and going to 2021. Do we have that same positivity going on? Do we? I don't think so. I don't feel it. I've said before in my one of my former lives, that's one of the reasons I had to move out of the United States, is because I would soak it all in. I would just soak all of this negativity in. And being an empath, it's just not fun. Certainly not fun for my family either, because you get hard time. It's a hard time trying to figure out what you're feeling and what you're soaking in. So I will talk to my dying breath, saying all of this anger that has come out from 2020, even slightly before, and into 2021, 2022, if all of that anger and feeling that we are feeling right now we can all pause because it's piling on top of each other. And that's why things just keep getting worse and worse. We need to start with the positive feeling. And it starts with all of you, honestly, all of you you're here for a reason. You're supposed to be hearing this. So it starts with us being more positive about these situations. It starts with us not engaging in any kind of weird conversations with people who are super negative, because we do need to we did change timelines. We switched onto a timeline that isn't as helpful for everybody. And we did that 13 months ago. Because of all this negativity, it just that's what happened. And we can get back to our best timeline if everybody can just stay loving and kind towards everybody. And that's really the rule. That's it. Just loving and kind. Okay, your dad, not 42. My friend's father is 42, but they're passed over. Your friend's father's passed over. If your friend's father's passed over, I would like you to have them, if they want to contact me, because it's kind of weird I can't validate any information through you because they're going to be giving information that only your friend would know. So make sure that if she's interested, just contact me, okay? And I'm going to see, let me put my links up. This is my email. Any other requests for tarot or numerology or questions about 2021? Let's see. And then I'm also going to put up, if you want a one-to-one session with me, just schedule here at this link. And visit Patreon. Now, Patreon, everyone shies away from Patreon. I'm honestly giving services to people. Look at my Patreon page, because you also get exclusive content that I don't put on YouTube. That are only for people who are members of Patreon. And the fees start so low, like at $3, that I did that on purpose. So everybody who wanted to be part of Patreon could be. And if you want, and look at the other service, I offer other services. And if you have any questions, just let me know, okay? But those are the 3 ways to contact me. I will see you guys later. I'm going to be working on my timeline video this week, and then I'll see you next Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye.